welcome. I'm Kris Kendall, your host of Fulfilled After 40, the podcast. Today, I'm so excited to be talking to Mia. We'll hear a little bit about her company and what's going on with it and see how we can help her out. So, hello, Mia. Welcome.
Hi, Kris. Great to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited. This is going to be a very, I think, fun and a different interactive exchange, which I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, good, good, good. Yes, me too. All right. So, you have a growing business. Tell me a little bit about it.
So I'm in my third year of online business, and it's evolved. The business maybe less so has evolved as much as I have evolved. It's the energy of the business. Um, and I think I'm finally at a point of really being able to march forward with the clarity that I've been trying to get to. And so now I just want to take that out to the audience that's sort of been collecting and push a lot of momentum in it so that this can become its next level of actualization.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So, have you already started? Like, have you been selling and bringing in revenue, or are you just starting like to finally get to the point where you're ready to do that?
It's been spotty. So
Okay.
there's bursts, and not necessarily in the entrepreneurial journey month to month, but like year to year.
Yeah.
One year I wasn't even trying and I did fine. And then last year has just really been scarce. So I don't know if that's been because I haven't been clear internally or what, but there's like a different frequency now inside that I'm like, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. What do now what?
Yeah. Okay. All right. And so, what would you say is your biggest, like, if you were to kind of prioritize the biggest challenges? Is it putting together a new offer? Is it getting in front of the right people? Is it asking for money? Like, where are you struggling?
I'm definitely not great at asking for money.
Okay.
But I've got a lot of stuff. I've created a lot of things, some great freebies that lead to other products. So I think that part's set up. And now honestly, I think it's just like, where do I show up and share? How do I reach the people that are looking for me that I'm looking for? And um, am I like tricking myself, or am I on track with it, I guess?
Okay. And when you say tricking yourself, do you think like what specifically do you mean by that? Tricking about what?
Well, like, do I think I know what I'm doing, or am I missing something?
About like your whole business?
About reaching my audience, about
Okay.
positioning myself for my audience is very specifically female startups who are in the first 3 to 5 years of business and just need not need who want they have to want to get organized and set themselves up for their next stage of growth, because that's where I come in and help them.
Okay. Okay. Organized in what way?
Okay, so here's my observations from the women that I've worked with. Love you dearly, gorgeous creators. But you get like popcorn ideas, and it's just constant forward movement without bringing the business along to support you with it. And if you're not hiring a team yet, you're still a solopreneur, it's going to cause like a bottleneck at some point, particularly if you want to start hiring a team and your online office is in disarray. So you need the right tools to get the job done, and getting your business back end organized, and I use the words all the time, structure without constriction, bringing that in so that you have creative flow, but that it's like a bit more on purpose, and that you're creating an actual business versus just like, I don't know, sales, or just, advancement, some other kind.
Okay. Yep, yep, that makes sense. All right. And then when you say set up for growth, what does that mean?
Well, reaching other revenue levels, reaching other impacts, being able to branch out into more mission and purpose rather than just sales and service, right? So like the next level vision, for example, for me right now is to serve 100 women with revamping their business so that it runs more efficiently, and then creating a group of mentors who are going to turn that around and bring others along. And then getting to the third and highest level of my vision right now is having an angel fund that female startups can apply to and get ready access to without bank financing and all that other red tape.
I love
So
that.
that's the, the scaling. Like, are you doing this just to make $1 million, or are you doing this for the impact and a greater legacy that it all lends into?
Right, right. Okay, that's fair. All right. So, you have a lot of stuff that you're working on. It sounds like a very big mission and a big offer. So, if you could condense, I am exactly your demographic, I think. So, what would you do for me? How could you help me if what is your offer to me?
So the offer now that so through trial and error and different things, and make working to make my business fit into my life versus fit my life around my business, is now looking like this current offer that I have, which is called the Core Four, the KISS Method Core Four, where we would go through the client's business and um, really establish the offer, the way that you sell it, the way that you serve it, and then the way that you repeat those steps. And I've set that up as a digital program that you purchase and have access to the whole thing. And then we interact in a group forum, all hosted through my website. So that helps me in time, because I have a full-time job and a young child and a life. It helps me with managing my time to show up while still having an impact. And it just like gets rid of the whole scheduling thing, because finding times, this is until I quit, right? Then I'll have more bandwidth. So that's the current offer, the Core Four. I view it like a HIT workout for your business. So high intensity interval training. That's what we're going to do here is, just pick offer and work them through and cycle and build some longer term vision to what you're doing in your business, so that we're not really spaghetti at the wall. We're a bit more intentional.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, that's great. And so if we were to do that back for your business, that
Yeah.
second stage, what is it who are you selling to?
Yeah. Yeah. Like how are you growing your audience, right? Where are you getting
Okay.
reaching
So
them?
tell me a little bit about how you're doing it. What's worked in the past and what the plan is for today.
What's worked in the past? So I trained and certified as an online business manager. And so that was a lot like job hunting, where you would find contracts and you would put together an application, including, something very comparable, if not the same as a resume, and detail the deliverables and objectives and the how-tos, the outcomes, very contract proposal based. And like it's tiresome. I'm not gonna make light of it. Although well suited to my nature, I fatigued from that for sure. But I did get clients that way, and I did work on retainers, which was great because then you have this predictable, consistent income. And so, just as I said, through my evolution of not wanting to be at the computer 24/7, into this group coaching. And so now what I'm doing, Kris, is I've got 2 Facebook groups and an email marketing list. I mean, because that's your business at the end of the day anyway, and my Facebook itself. So what I'm working on doing is creating a group of women who will learn to, or who will not learn to, but will like know me through the Powerful Circle, which is like the heart coaching, big love coaching, and then through the collaboratory, which is like the business strategy. And so now bringing people into these Facebook groups to create a community and a familiarity, where I can show up and serve them in a more intimate setting. And then just getting people to, to come and be a part of that community, and not just for me, but for the other people that it attracts as well.
And is that working? Like, how many people are in your communities right now?
They're both under 100. The Powerful Circles is growing right now because I was just in a freebie. And so women are coming along. So that's super exciting to see those numbers go up. And then the Collaboratory has got a solid base. And then it's kind of a bit more of an invite only, but I'm casting it much wider. I'm like letting go of being a bouncer at the door. But I do want to know these people, right? Like I do want to know who's coming in, and making sure that like we have a nice chemistry between us to build a relationship and to have like a personal feel to it. So really like that quality over quantity, because I was in 100 Facebook groups, right? It's easy, you just join and but where's the actual um intention with that, or purpose with that? Like I could eat candy all day and get full, but it's not going to serve me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. And so, when do you, right now, currently, when are you asking for money? Like, where is the sales coming in?
Totally, right? So the approach I'm taking right now is just writing from the heart, using writing and or video to just share insights or tips or coaching, and then posting links to offers underneath, currently promoting, or you could call it launching, the Core 4 program. That's like the featured offer right now. So any post around whatever my message is for the day, the moment, then just having an invitation to take a look at the offer and come participate in that.
Hmm. Are you hosting any of your group sessions yet? Have you started that yet?
Yeah, it's open. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have
I
one in
mean,
there.
but do you have one like every Tuesday afternoon, and then people show up? Like, is it happening?
No, there's no scheduled calls. It's interaction through the group. So like that
Okay.
self-serve, and then you call me when you need me. So then we can flow in our own schedules. And then if I choose to schedule something, then I would post that in there, and people come and meet me at that date and time.
Okay. All right. So, the only is that kind of your only outreach is just within the groups and this mailing list? Is that the only way you're
Um,
talking to people right now?
and to social media, right? So Facebook and Instagram. So
Okay.
it's like cast. So what I'm doing is email and social media posts outside with the invite to come into one or both of the groups
Okay.
or the offer.
Yeah. And who are you like your followers on the social media? Do you have a growing group of followers, good size?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering like what's working, and is it sounds like that is working and it is growing, but is it growing enough to sustain, actual money coming in, right? That's the goal.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. And money is, I was thinking about this even last night, this morning. Money, I've got some stuff there dating back, like I'm 41, dating back to when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So
Okay.
like a kind of like a worshiping. So maybe that's the route to go here as part of my healing, or my next, you know, um insightful impact towards greater clarity, is this thing that I have with money. Like I hate asking for it.
Yeah. And so why do you think that is?
Exactly, right? Why do I think that is? I I don't know. I've got to spend some time in that, because I'm now aware that there's this like weird thing, and I've had some really gorgeous moments with money where we're just like in such beautiful flow together. Um but I can't seem to stay in that flow.
Yeah. What was your most successful, like, month, for example, in your business? Like how much was your very best, or like what was sort of the peak of, or maybe even not even your business, just in your life? Like, can you think of one moment where you were just like so happy about your money situation?
Well, when I had a retainer client, I mean, that was wonderful because we just found each other through like divine connection. And it really was a great relationship. But then as circumstances changed, we had to part ways. But that was really lovely because, like I mentioned, you kind of, but it was sort of like a paycheck, right? So maybe it's this paycheck mentality thing. And because here we go, here's some stuff coming. Because I've just always been an employee with this entrepreneurial spirit, tried network marketing and all these things. Um, I guess I have this real uncertainty over being able to make money myself versus receive it through like a job type of setup.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you had a retainer client, how much was that, like, approximately, or how much was that?
$1,000 a month.
Okay. All right. So that's not too much. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not like, unrealistic to have another client paying you $1,000 a month, right? And so now that you're not doing that kind of work, but in your current coaching, is there a product you could put together that could be $1,000 a month that
Oh
people would
yeah.
want to pay you for?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And what is your current offer, the cost of your core four?
Well, I actually dropped the prices. Yeah, because I want to get it into the hands of people, right? And it actually feels really good to do that, to make it more accessible versus more exclusive and have costs be prohibitive. And I'm like, it's ironic and whatever. You guys listening or thinking, whatever, I'm telling you from my heart. From my heart, it feels good. So I had the core four listed at $499, but I dropped it to $99 as a 4-week program. We get in, we go hard, like in this intensity training, and really up your game so that you're clear on what you're doing. And then you can just pound it out on repeat. And that once you have that framework, it applies to any offer and you can start to cycle from one to the next to the next. So you always have something coming up, right? Which is what I'm doing now in my business. So, because when it was $499, I was doing this, oh, well, if I sell this many, I'll get this and that will, and,
You only had to sell two to get to that $1,000 a month.
and it was like, but now I'm making it all about me
Okay.
and the
And is
money
that
that I want to
working?
make.
And is this about, yeah, yeah, but it is your business and it is your time, and you have a job and a family and a life, as you mentioned. So it should be about you, right? This company is your baby, and it is about what you want to be doing, what you're good at doing, and what you can deliver. I mean, these are your words. So it should be about you. And what you need or want initially is $1,000 a month. So what's the best way for you to get that? And is it by selling two of these or 10 of them?
Oh, well, yeah, sure, sell 10 of them.
Or
But
even one of them, right? You could
well,
try.
just to, yeah, to get it going, right? To get people through this because I know it's going to really serve and bring forward some results. So, this is like a promotional offer, promotional sale. But as I go up my offer ladder, the coaching program will be like $299 for 6 months or something like that. So
299.
no, no, 2099.
Okay,
Yeah.
2000. Okay, yeah, 29.99. Okay, got it. Okay, so that's better. So more like 500 a month.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you think that the people who join you at 100 a month will continue with you for 500 a month?
The core four leads to the intensive, which is a larger scale systems program for the business.
Okay, okay. Well, I know that you know this, but when you lower your price, that does change not only your perception of the value, but also the people, your customers. They think like, oh, well, it's only a $99 program. Is that really, I need something a little bit more intensive than that, right? I mean, it could perceive the value that they're getting out of it as well. So, you know, as much as you want to make it accessible to lots of people, um, you will sometimes make it even less like
Appealing.
attractive, yeah, by lowering the price. So, that's just something that to keep in mind, but that's okay. I mean, if this is what you want, if that's the right price that you feel for that program, then that's fair. So 99. So yeah, you only need to sell 10 of them. And so to get in front of 10 new people, do you have some ideas of doing things, some other things than what you've been doing?
Well, I'm in bundles. I've been in summits. Like I'm, hosting different kinds of events, inviting people in, just coming into my space and serving more than selling, because serving is selling. It's like the movie trailer, right? And so just showing up, yeah, and just being like a familiar face with good information, good knowledge to share, a beautiful heart to hang out with, and uh with results to achieve together, right? So big on the community part of it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, one thing that I like to start with a new client is to say, like, what is your ideal um, place that you want your business to be in 12 months? Like, if you could just go 12 months in the future, what is your business like at that point?
All of my programs are up and running in a sustainable momentum. And revenue is like 5 figures a month, pretty consistently near there, high four, crossing into five. And it's like my audience knows me. My audience is showing up for me and I for them, right? We're in this beautiful exchange where we have a relationship and we have a connection, where we have certainty between us. Like there's that beautiful energy. And like I'm established as a place where startups start. Like, that you come here, you get mindset coaching, you get heart healing, you get somatics, you get business strategy, you get community, you get um like networking and leverage, so that it's not all of this linear. Like it's just this, it's the whole big robust thing that I'm really birthing now as I'm doing it. And now it's like happening.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. That sounds amazing. Okay, good. Um, all right. So what are a few steps that you think you need to take first to get there? Like, where you're at. What do you feel like are the next big things you've got to do?
I think just more, or continuing with where I'm at. Like this is the thing, right? Do I have blinders on, or is there something else? Like you're in bundles, you're growing the email list, welcoming people into the Facebook group. Now is it just training into this next level um, of intensity for a while until it hits? Like I'm always into the fitness metaphors or analogies. So it's like, you do one burpee and like that's a win, but then you hit 50 burpees and now that's a win. And so am I working on my 50 burpees to my 75 burpees level? Or is there something else that I need to be adding in?
Yeah, yeah. Well, at this stage, I mean, at the very beginning, you really want to focus on your offers and just telling people that you're around, right? Making yourself available. And so, it sounds like you're doing a lot of the right stuff online. Are there any like in-person opportunities, maybe like women's networking groups or moms groups or any of that kind of stuff that you can participate in and talk to them, make your offer available to any entrepreneurs or business owners in that space?
There's a lot. Yeah, I live in a great business centric community. It's just, challenging. And like, I mean, I did that when I was in network marketing before I was a mom. And I don't want to be out hustling at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Right, right. Okay. Okay. All right. So, when you are going onto Facebook, you said you're telling your story and you're being um, open about that. What is the story that you're telling? Like, what are you sharing when you do social media posts?
I'm serving from the heart and serving from my strategy brain. So, ways to get organized, ways to make your business more simple, and ways to separate what your business is from your own worthiness. Right. So
Mhm.
it's like mindset and healing and business strategy. Like, why are you doing what you're doing when you're doing it?
Yes. Okay. All right. And you're just like offering suggestions or like giving example like case studies, or how is
Yeah,
it
all of that.
formatted?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of
Good.
that.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay. So then let's see. Another thing that you mentioned is that you, um, when you describe your offer and who you're serving, the women, it's quite broad, right? I mean, is there one thing that you would say is like your favorite thing to be working on, or your favorite, like kind of your specialty that like you're really good at this piece of all of it?
Yeah, definitely the phrase that I just coined was like the glitter glue to the hot mess.
Oh,
So,
okay, cute.
and I really not in a very platonic way get really turned on by startups, right? Like the baby stages, like I said, like that 3 to 5, 2 to 5 years, the early stages where you're really getting things going because you're kind of blank canvas at that point and figuring things out. And it's like nurturing a newborn, really being there in that vulnerable time to create that safety, that support, and that clarity to get to the next level. Like I have such an encouraging heart, and that's where I've really fueled the women that I've worked with by helping them have the tenacity, the endurance, and staying connected to the passion as to why they're doing this versus throwing in the towel. Because even in my few years online, a lot of people that I've traveled around with virtually have dropped off. They're all
Yeah,
gung ho, everybody's rearing to go at the beginning, and then just life happens and you drop off. And um, those of us that stick together are way less likely. And I just see the beauty in the women who have that vision. I want to keep them connected to that and keep going. And I'm really good at helping people see what they can't see and keeping them the other I'm like afraid commercial jingles, but like dude focus. The
yeah,
dude focus factor,
yeah.
with a whole lot of love. So yeah, so to circle back, it's really that hardcore solopreneur female startup.
Okay. And when you describe what you described as your offer earlier, doesn't include all of the stuff that you just said now, right? Like
Oh
it was
yeah.
a very broad description of everything, and what you're saying right here is so like I can see
Mm,
that you love it. The glitter
mm,
glue, the passion, keep the passion alive, stick with it. It gets hard. I'm going to help you through the hard times to get you to the good times. Like
mm,
those are the
mm,
kind of things that you seem to be excited by, that really make you feel like you're in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. Um,
mm.
do you agree? Does that feel?
Yeah, you see, this is the thing. Like it's always easier for me when I'm chatting to somebody. But when I'm just trying to do it on my own, but it's when I get that exchange that I really can perform better, if you will.
Yeah. So now if you were to using some of the language you just used to describe like what you do, if you met me on the street and you were just kind of telling me, well, what I do is I help women, like what would you How would you describe that now?
Yeah, well, I help women get set up in their business and get uh, set up for success, for longevity of knowing what to do, why to do it, and how to do it like in a very simple way. So like you were saying, like in the Core 4 program, it's create, sell, serve, and repeat. And then we can turn off all the external noise that I've lived through as I launch into the entrepreneurial space, online space, and just really focus on the core things that matter and do them the way that you want to do them, not the way that everybody's like telling you you should do them, right? So you're really leading yourself through it. And this is where my coach comes in along with my strategist, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
really not telling you what to do, but I'm focusing you on what to do so that you
Right.
get to a certain outcome, right?
Yes. Yes. Okay. All right.
And it's
So with
it's different for everybody.
yes, for sure.
Go, yeah, go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so based on what you just said, when you describe your offer, it is not the words passion, keep going, get through the hard times, don't quit, like none of that comes through. It's sort of like a standard. What I'm hearing with your offer is it's a kind of a standard, like, we'll help you get set up. Like, well, anybody can help you get set up. Like, why are you going to be the right person to do it? Like, or we'll, get you set up for success. Oh, okay, well, what does that mean? Like, well, yeah, like when you're talking about the things that you love, you get excited and then you're like, and then we'll help you get set up for success. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like buzzwords and like correct
Yeah,
ways of describing things, and I feel like you're getting too professional. You want it to be very
yeah,
polished, but the passion and the like what you love is what you love. And when you describe that, it's very different. Do
yeah,
you
you're absolutely
feel
right.
that?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
I think that if you kind of reflect on like just the stuff that you love doing, not the professional, not the fancy, not the, you know, um buzzwords or whatever, like what do you love, you'll find that it's a little bit more narrow than just helping women get set up for success. It's more like being the business partner to women who are starting a new business and need support to get to that next stage, or to like you know what I mean, like it's a little bit different and it's a little bit more focused, like you just said. And it's all the things that you're helping them do, but you know looking in a mirror and doing it on your own.
Yeah, it's that message clarity, right? Of letting that passion come through instead of, I don't know, whatever else I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, and I know you've been working on this for a long time, and you've probably worked a long time to get to that point. But
Mhm.
maybe you've distilled away all the like personal good stuff to get to like this very kind of generic description. But maybe moving back towards some of the like the stuff in your heart.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I would invite you to kind of think about adding a little bit more of your personality and your passion and your love and the things that you want to the reasons, maybe some of the reasons why you're doing this and why you want to help them do it, versus the generic um, business support kind of description.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we talked about a lot of things, and went over lots of different areas of your business. Do, how do you feel? Do you feel like you've got any like nuggets of useful information out of this?
Well, yeah, of course. And it's always just such a gift to have what what I'm trying to say reflected back to me. Because like you're just showing me, you're reminding me of what's inside and this word vomit that I tend to get all wrapped up in. So it's really helpful because we can pull it apart and kind of get underneath the commercialization, like you said, in other words. And it goes to show that when I guess more freely talk about my whys, then my entire suite of offers is a bit more obvious and connecting. And, being able to share that with somebody new, and have them really grasp that is very encouraging, and sets the next steps down the right path. Like, as I mentioned, where are my blinders? And like you said, it's feeling and then getting those feelings vocalized, communicated outwardly.
Yeah. Okay, good. Excellent. Well, it's been so great talking to you. I really, I've been looking forward to our conversation, and I'm so excited. You're building an amazing community, and I'm a part of it now, and I'm excited to
Yeah.
participate. And I can see that you've got some great things coming up. So, thank you, Mia, so much for joining us. And if people want to join as well, how can they find you?
Just come find me on Facebook or Instagram, is where I am in most places. We'll make those links available. It's Powerful. We just say it Powerful Inc., but it's spelled POWHERFULLINC.com. And that's me everywhere on the socials at Powerful Inc. And my door is always open. So just reach out, because clearly I do better when I talk to somebody. get Come and get some service
Yeah, you
out of
definitely know
me.
your stuff. Yes. It's just we don't see it in ourselves. It's like the shoemaker's children not having shoes. Yeah, like it's different when we think about it on our own, back to
You
us.
bet. Yeah, you
All
bet.
right. Well, thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait till we talk next time.
Sounds great. Thanks so much,
All
Kris.
right. Well, that was another great episode. Thank you for joining me today. It was so fun to talk to Mia and learn more about her company and the growth that she has planned and the service that she is so passionate about. So that's awesome. And I think that we can help her get to that next stage in growing it. So very cool. If you would like to be a guest on Fulfilled After 40, the podcast, visit the website and you can request. A session right there. If you'd like to not be online and you want more of a private um, session, we have packages available as well. And don't forget, I have my 2-day intensive that I'm offering for a short period of time. There's a special discount for listeners. So if you go to fulfilledafter40.com/intensive, you'll see the special pricing there. Otherwise, the regular package price is $2,000 higher. So you want to make sure you take advantage of the discount while it's still available. And I will go to any city. I will go to you. We'll work for 2 days and we will bust through all of the business challenges you're facing and just get you moving, whether that's building your offer, working on your pricing, working on your marketing strategy, whatever you need to do, we'll just work through it together for 2 full days. So would love to work with you on that. And until we talk again, have a great week.